Hi guys, so as you can see, the fairings on my bike are missing. That's because I had an issue that I'm going to talk about in a future video, and to solve it I had to take the fairings out. But that's an excellent opportunity to show you how to install these beautiful crash bars that are made by HEED, and they are very good quality. They look good and they are very protective. In the video where I talked about the project of my Transalp 700, making it better for overland travel, I explained that I prefer to have high crash bars rather than lower ones. And now that the fairings are not here, I will explain you why. So the first obvious reason, it's because they protect better the fairing, which is very expensive. If you fall, I can tell you the crash bars are a lot cheaper than any of the fairings of the bike. So this protect better, because when you're off-roading you never know where you are falling. If you're falling on top of rocks, in the middle of a mountain, in a tree. So this protects all the fairing, all around the fairing. But the main reason why I prefer to use high crash bars instead of the lower one that protects a bit more the engine than the fairing, is also because of the radiators. If you break your radiator, now you're done. And the high crash bars protect a lot better the radiators. So that's the main reason, the two main reasons why I prefer this kind of crash bars, even if they are bigger than the smaller ones. The one that usually are in this area, they're lower. They protect the engine. These ones protect the engine too, because as you can see, if you fall, the engine on the side is very well protected by this, and also the upper part of the bike. So what do you need to know if you want to install these crash bars on your Transalp 700? Well, it's pretty easy. So the first thing you have to do is take the right side of the fairing. Okay, you don't need to take the other side, only the right side. You take it out. It's two screws, one here, one on the inside of the fairing on the plastic, and then you have to twist it a little bit to take it out from all the places where it clips on the fairing, but it's not a big deal. And once you've done that, you have to put this plate that you see here. This is sent with the crash bars. I don't know if you can see it well. I'm going to approach a little bit. I hope it's focusing. Yeah, that one. Okay, this is fixed directly to the frame, here and here. And I put this plastic cover that also comes with a full kit to protect the brake tube. And that's an issue I'm going to talk a bit later. So once you've put this plate here, you can put back the fairing, the right fairing. You can put it back on its place, and then the two halves of the crash bars can be easily fixed. So in each side you can put this on the frame, directly on the frame. I hope you can see it well. It's easy to put on both sides, and they join in the middle here, and that's where it connects to the plate you already put on the frame a little bit earlier. That's where it connects to that plate, and both halves connect there. It's pretty easy. When you're putting it at the first, it looks like it's crooked and it will not adjust well. But once you start to tighten the screws and the bolts, everything comes together very nicely. and it's extremely strong. It's very strong. I'm pretty sure because it's taken to the frame here and here. Oh, I forgot, you also have to change the lugs that go through the frame that support the engine. And here I did the same. I put a plastic cover, plastic cap to protect the coolant tube from rubbing. It's pretty forward. So the crash bar are taken to the frame there, and in this plate it's also connected to the frame. So very strong. I'm pretty sure you can lift the bike from the ground just by grabbing it by the crash bar. They seem to be very strong. And there's two minor details I don't like that much, but overall I can say it's a very good value for the price. I'm very happy with it. I haven't crashed yet. I hope I will not. So I couldn't check, but based on my previous experiences, I'd say this can take a beating. So what are the two little things I don't like that much? So one is the bolts that are used everywhere, here, down there. Those one, they are 13 millimeters. So that's not a big deal. They're perfectly fine. They're perfectly good. But the thing is, the bike, the whole bike doesn't use any 13mm bolt anywhere. So just keep that in mind. You have to add a tool in your tools kit with a spanner, a socket, anything for 13mm bolts, because if you need to remove the crash bar for maintenance or anywhere in the middle of nowhere, you will need a 13mm socket or 13mm spanner in your toolkit, because there's no other 13mm bolt in this bike, or at least I haven't found it. It goes from 10 to 12 to 14, but not 13. So just keep that in mind, and just add a socket or a spanner in your toolkit in case you need to remove the crash bars for maintenance or anything. And the second problem that's a little bit more concerning is that this crash bar fits perfectly on a Transalp 700 without ABS and without combined braking system, but mine have that. It have combined brake system, it have ABS, so there's brake tubes everywhere. And one of the places where there's a brake tube is just here. As you can see now, it's taken with a plastic tie. It's temporary. I'm going to put a more definitive system, because if it's in its place, which is here, I don't know if you can see it, if you let it in this place, it will rub against the aluminum against this plate. It will rub there, and when you turn left the underbar, it will give you some resistance, which is never good when you're driving a motorcycle. And every time you lock the steering on the left, when you park your bike, it will be rubbing a lot against that plate. So I modified the route of the tube to put it closer to the fork tube. Now it doesn't rub, only a little bit when I park the bike and I fully turn left the handlebars, so I can lock the steering. That's also the reason why I put this plastic cap to protect the tube from rubbing with the bolt. So that's the only major concern with these crash bars. But as soon as you reroute the tube, that's it, no more trouble. So very happy with it. Also, I forgot to weight the crash bars when they arrive. I wanted to do it, but I was so excited. I really wanted to put the crash bar as soon as possible. So I totally forgot to weight, but they're not very heavy. I was surprised because they look very strong, but they're not very heavy. So if you have the chance to weight them, if you receive the box with the same crash bars before you start them, it would be nice if you could weight them and put it down there in the comments. And in the next video probably I will talk about why both fairings are missing. As you can see here, I had to solve an issue. I'm not happy with it. It's not a big deal, nothing very bad, but in a different situation it could have been. So stay connected and don't forget to like. That's very nice, and it helps a lot the channel. Thank you very much.